building today. We're going to shit on some Packers fans. We're going to talk about the Bears passing on Hard Knocks and some veteran edge rushers. We're going to get into all that and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
All right, Bears fans, welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Let's go ahead and get into the shits for today. The Bears have reportedly passed on Hard Knocks. Now, keep in mind, the Bears could have been forced to do Hard Knocks, but per reports, this one's from Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk. He says, I'm told the NFL has moved on to other teams that aren't in that short list of 4 teams that can be forced into it. Here's my thing I got to say. The Bears got out of going to play overseas this season, which they were rumored to do. They now getting out of doing Hard Knocks. Who do we have dirt on in the NFL to where we just avoid all the shit we supposed to do?
It got to be something that somebody up there has some, maybe Jerry Jones or something from Dallas Cowboys.
What y'all think about the Bears? Hey, I would have loved to see, considering all the newness on the roster, the personality, I wouldn't have mind seeing the Bears on Hard Knocks. But what do you guys think about the Bears reportedly probably passing on Hard Knocks this season?
What I think this is a great thing. Like when I look at the Hard Knocks, what good do you get coming out of Hard Knocks besides some clout? So it's some clout mama shit that you don't really need. You just need to concentrate what's on the field, especially this young team. So I'm good that they ain't gonna be on there.
I'm with it as well. The question is who the Bears got the dirt on? My man's Pose, all he gotta do is take the black trench coat off the door, throw it on, grab a cigar, put the shades on with the flip phone, and then they kind of know what it really is. But I think it's kind of good that the Chicago Bears was like, no. I think that, typically Hard Knocks, people watch. You know what I'm saying? Most people watch, and then that comes with a lot of clickbait or certain topics that come out of Hard Knocks. I think it was like last year or the year before, the Dallas Cowboys was on, and you got comments from Mike McCarthy saying crazy stuff that just kind of put an extra target on the Dallas Cowboys back. That's something that the Chicago Bears don't need right now. They just need to put their head down, go ahead and go to work. So I'm liking it. We don't need to be on there. We need to come out like a storm and hit the NFC North right in their mouth.
Yes,
that's fair. I didn't know the criteria before for Hard Knocks. I don't know if you guys know. I'll say it for the listeners. First criteria is you had to have missed the playoffs for the past 2 seasons. You can't have a first-year head coach, and you can't have hosted Hard Knocks in the past decade. If you meet those requirements, that's when you could be forced to do Hard Knocks. The only teams that met that were the Bears, the Saints, the Jets, and the Washington Commanders. Man, I'll tell you what, I don't want to see none of those teams but the Bears. I don't care nothing about what the Commanders got going on, bro.
You don't want to see the Jets and what kind of drugs being used over there?
Come on, they're not going to potentially expose their golden boy, bro.
Crackheads don't think all the time, bro. Crackheads don't think, bro. They just do shit spur of the moment, for sure.
they don't think they just do?
Yeah.
That's hilarious, man. All right, let's move on to the next topic, man. So I talked about this a little bit on yesterday's Daily, but I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on it. So there's still some veteran edges out there available for the Bears. And, we saw Frank Clark get his deal, and he still got paid pretty nicely. Now, the Bears still have the most money out there in free agency. And so Yannick Ngakoue is still out there. We know Danielle Hunter, Chase Young, they're still available for trades potentially. Do you think the guys should or will add a veteran edge? Do you think the right decision, kind of like my thinking, is they're just going to ride it out, see what these young guys give, and if they need to make an audible towards midseason, maybe that's when Poles makes his move? What do you guys think?
Hey, man, both of those things could be true. Like right now, they're going to wait and see. Maybe Walker's that guy, but they're not going to wait very long. Think like maybe a couple weeks into the season, if they see that pass rush ain't up to standard where they would like it to be, maybe they bring in a Chase Young, not a Yannick or something like that. I think that'll be the plan for sure.
I mean, me personally, I think that they just gonna wait it out. I think that, you know what I'm saying, everybody know OTAs, mini camp players gonna stand out or whatnot, but the pads are not on. I think they really gonna be able to gauge the team once the pads come on. And I think one key week will be when the Bears practice against the Indianapolis Colts. If the Bears edge rushers are getting some pressure on the Indianapolis Colts, they're gonna be like, okay, cool, this is feasible, we can make it work. But if not, they might be like, all right, cool, The edge ain't looking like how we thought it would be. Now may be the time to see if we can get a guy in here. And if they still don't do anything by then, I definitely think they might try to pull something closer to the trade deadline just to improve.
Can I ask you a question real quick before you go, Haize? Go.
Yeah.
Is that because they got good tackles over there in Indianapolis, or that's going to be the first opponents they face?
I think it's kind of a little bit of both because the Indianapolis Colts offensive line is not a bad one. I think it's that they still got some good offensive linemen over there. Hence why, Taylor was still able to run, even though the other pieces on the team wasn't, that good. So I think they still will be able to gauge that for sure.
All right.
I'm not gonna say it's wild. I'm sure some other Bears pundit has said this, so I don't want to act like I'm breaking any news here or anything like that. But like, I understand that the Bears have a lot. It came out, I think, today that the Bears are still very high on Dominique Robinson. They are really excited to see what he looks like with this improved defensive line. So that may even point more towards, maybe the Bears aren't looking to add a veteran to really come in and maybe take snaps from those guys. I'm not saying that that's necessarily true, but what about Hakeem Hicks is out there? Former Bear, went away for the team for one season. He's a veteran. You could probably get him for cheap. What do you guys think about possibly bringing him back on as a depth piece, if he would even accept that role, to come back and kind of maybe play a mentorship role and still play a handful of snaps for the Chicago Bears as well?
Oh, that's very interesting. I guess I wouldn't mind having Hakeem Hicks here to be a mentor or whatnot. Just note in the back of our heads, he only played one game, and then he out one game, then he played one game. He's injury prone at his finest, bro. At his finest.
I mean, he was a fan favorite. Me personally, I wouldn't like it. I think that the Bears are moving to a younger team. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And I think that when it comes to what they already have in the interior aspect of the D line, I think they should be comfortable. I seen Billings, you know what I'm saying? They got the young guys that need some mentorship. It's not bad, but it's something I probably wouldn't want to see. I do like Hakeem Hicks though. I just think he ran his course with the Chicago Bears.
Oh no, and I agree. I just thought of that as like the season starts. You want some type of veteran insurance. I don't think Hakeem Hicks is going to may get a big deal before the season starts. So he's somebody. What about the other free agent alternative? We know Chase Young, Danielle Hunter, they're out there as possible trade targets, but Yannick Ngakoue, right? The fact that we're this close to the start of training camp, he has not found his way on a roster yet. Do you think that he's setting himself up for maybe one of Ryan Poles' 1-year prove-it deals if he doesn't have a team by the start of the season?
I mean, if it's right up in line for a Ryan Poles special, why not give it a try if you go through these weeks of training, the earlier the training camp, or when we get to Indianapolis, when we get to playing Indianapolis Colts and you don't like what you see, go ahead and bring this guy in, man, and give him that 1-year prove it or lose it deal, man. I'm with it for sure. And that's with anybody. If it's not Yannick, if it's Chase, everybody gets a prove it deal for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm just of the mindset is like Dominique Robinson. He did go through several position changes when as a reserve. He was pretty damn good to the point to where we was on this channel calling for him to start. He got the starter minutes. Guys started to focus on him a little bit more. The coaching staff let him know, hey, you need to go on the offseason and work on this, and this. It's been reported that he got with several, different coaches and tried to tailor up his game, get better. So I'm with the front office and the coach staff. Let's see if this guy can prove it first before we just give up on him, because I think it just goes back to what Ryan Poles is all about. Can you provide value to this team as a young guy?
Yeah, that's the biggest question.
That window is gonna be it's only gonna be open for a little bit. How long you gonna sit back? How long you think they gonna sit back and watch him during this season?
It won't be long. I don't think it's gonna be a long. That the window ain't like wide open to where you like, oh, we want the breeze to come through, feel good. No, ain't none of that. That window it's cracked. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
he gotta go out
there.
he gotta prove himself. He gotta prove himself. And the same goes for Gibson as well.
Yeah,
these guys, they gotta have bounce back years. The Bears like, all right, cool. We're gonna give y'all a better interior rush. The edges should be able to do what they do. So they gotta go out here and prove it.
Yeah.
I compare it to this. You know how when you out and your ladies like, all right, I cooked, All right, the food's getting cold. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the oven for you. All right, I'm putting it in the refrigerator. Fuck you, it's on you. That's where they are right now. Like the food's there. They got it for them. They want them to eat. But if they ain't ready, that food going in the refrigerator. That's it.
For
Like,
real.
Tell me why
exactly
Haize
what
been
it is.
looking through my window for sure. He definitely been looking through my window.
Auntie be like, you gonna still keep recording?
The microwave at 2 minutes 30 seconds every time. That's the time, y'all. Don't act
Perfect
like y'all
temp.
don't know for sure.
Unc said that's perfect temp.
Oh, bro.
oh man, that's hilarious, bro. Now you got it down to a science. That's
Oh,
hilarious.
bro.
For
Yes.
real.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, bro. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Mhm.
Jordan Love put his goddamn foot in his mouth, but it seems like these Packers, for somebody who lost a Hall of Fame quarterback, they talking a lot. This time, Preston Smith, reacting to Adam Rankin, how he had the Bears picked, he says this. I feel like a very important aspect of this conversation. Oh wait, hold on. I may be going too far in it. Give me 1 second. Where the fuck is my quote at? Oh, this is what he said. In my career, I've never lost to the Bears. Hey, Adam Rank, looks like Preston Smith has something to say about your picks. Bro, here's what I'll say. And I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to let y'all go off for a second, but this is all I got to say. I've been giving it to the cheeseheads all week. Fuck y'all. That's what I got to say. Go ahead, C-Dub. Take it away.
Hey, bro. I've been hearing, seeing a lot of y'all Green Bay Packers, y'all getting to talk a little funny, even though Jordan Love, I don't know how much you believe it. You took your tweet down. You know, that shows how tough you is and how hard you believe in what you say. I just know the time for talking is coming to an end. Week 1, the tide is turned. And fuck all y'all. FGB.
You already
With a
know.
smile.
It is what it is. I'm on the same accord as y'all. We're going to keep it short. We're going to keep it sweet. And we're going to wait to see y'all when the season starts. We already know. Y'all doing most of the talking.
Because they know.
Typically, the loudest one in the room is either the brokest or the scariest. And not y'all ain't broke. So y'all going to be the scariest. So y'all better get ready. Hey, and shout out to y'all beats writers. That's how much they believe in y'all for going out there and airing out Jordan Love laundry and how many interceptions he's throwing in just OTAs and mini camps.
Ooh, ain't that something?
So let's go.
Listen, all I'm going to say is Jaquan Brisker, Tyreek Stevenson are going to be licking their chops in that secondary.
Yes.
And Andrew Billings, I want to see his big ass tackle the shit out of Jordan Love.
It's going down, baby. Let's go.
Boy.
We're going to see how great Matt LaFleur
Week
really
1,
is.
bro. When's the last time we started off the season against the Packers? Week 1, we get to see those cheeses. I can't wait.
At Soldier Field. Hey, bro, wouldn't this be the greatest scenario? We go to Lambeau, the last game of the season, I think it is. Justin Fields scores a touchdown. He looks into the crowd. I own you.
Or he could say, this my shit now.
Yes.
One or the other. Wouldn't be mad.
But you know what? I can't wait to see how it's covered different, because if we beat the Packers twice this season and Justin Fields says something like that, watch. Never mind. I'm gonna let it play out on its own, because when everybody thought it was all funny when it was the crackhead saying he owned us.
I see where you going.
Come on,
bro.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
They gotta take that. I see where you going though, but they gotta take that now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, listen, Lambeau Field, fuck y'all. Last topic of the day, fellas, before we go. Matt Eberflus has talked about Justin Fields' leadership, and I think this was an important thing, and I wanted to end the show on it because how Justin Fields grows as a leader is going to be one of the most important things of this team this season, to see that growth, to see his development as that football IQs Luke Getsy's talked about. Matt Eberflus said this: I just see leadership. He's always the hardest worker, always the first guy out, last to leave. He's always done that, but now I can see it because his confidence is growing. He's taking that to a different level as far as being a vocal leader and talking to the guys and being able to bring guys together. Now, this is after Luke Getsy last week already said that Justin Fields is so comfortable now in this offense, he's changing plays at the line of scrimmage, which we didn't see a lot of last season. How you guys feeling about Justin Fields' growth as a leader coming into 2023?
Hey, man, that was one of the key things that Justin Fields had to improve upon coming to the season. And he's done so ever since the end of last season. And you can probably say while they were playing games, Justin Fields has been picking up receivers from the airport, taking them straight to the United Center. Justin Fields has been donating money to great
Alice Hall, bro. Alice Hall.
It took him to the United Center to watch the Bulls.
He took to the
Oh yeah,
Bulls.
for the gift. You're right. See, that's why I need to shut the hell up. You're right. You're right. I'm shutting the hell up.
They'll donate money to great causes and other things. You know, you see him in training camp, not training camp, but OTAs. They hear all the tales. He doing all these things. Man, look, Justin Fields, we need to see it on the field. But I love the leadership things I'm hearing from out of OTAs and minicamp, bro. Let's keep it moving, though. Just keep moving. It ain't never
absolutely. And the biggest thing for me is that we getting all the sound bites within the media coming out. You know, once these guys step up to the mic, they saying all the great things. But the key thing for me, and everybody should agree here, and I believe y'all will, is that the action is being placed behind it. Soon after OTAC, we going to soon I come back from doing what I got to do overseas.
Yeah,
we working out. What you talking about?
Yeah.
We doing this with his position players. He's rallying his guys so they can build that continuity, go ahead and be a cohesive unit on the field, and he just leading by example. That's just good to see. We obviously we got to see it on the field, but to see that and hear that and be like, man, we gonna keep working this off season. I want to get better this off season. In my own time, I'm working on myself, but when I got other time, I'm bringing in the other guys. And then you see other guys going here and coming in like his offensive lineman was like, damn. When Justin Field commands the offense now, it makes me want to be better. So that's something that I'm looking at too, man. It's just, the voice in there and then the action behind the voice. All you got to do, all that's left is to put it on wax. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Hey, listen, I love it, man. I love the growth from Justin, and I can't wait to see it actually come to the field with pads on, everything like that. And I think we're in for a big season, man. I think we're going to have a fun season. I think we're going to win a lot of games this season as well, a lot more than what we did last season, which is 3. It ain't hard to do. But I just think we're in store for a fun season, man. And I know I talk shit to Packers fans. I talk shit to everybody in the division. I don't care because Detroit is still a terrible-ass city. But it's a different feel around this team, man, and it's real. You can feel it, right? It's palpable, and so because of that, it's one of the most exciting times to go into the season, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a long time, man. This decade, bro. Just to say it easy like that, this is the greatest I felt though before a season for the Chicago Bears. Not they're saying they're gonna be world beaters or nothing, but I'm very intrigued at the talent on this team and the makeup. Very good job from Ryan Poles, but we still got time before we say you're a genius, though.
You gonna keep.
You gotta make sure he
Okay, and every last take like that. For now on, you end takes like that on the real. But to end, man, I just think that it's good, definitely, and it's not like because Ryan Pace was big on we gonna throw all this big money to older guys and veterans
indiscriminately
and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy. Ryan Poles, he following his plan, saying, hey, we're gonna build through the draft, we're gonna get this thing together, and we're gonna develop young talent. So that's what it's all coming down to. And y'all already know, baby. Bear down.
Bear be fucked down, bro.
That's it, man. But did I freeze again? Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
It always freeze on me doing some shit and looking weird. Ain't that some shit never fails to happen. Motherfucker be like, all right, when Haize is looking the awkwardest. Stop it. But if there's nothing else, man, Bobby, go ahead and send us home, man. Let's get up out.
Hey, man. Hey, Bears fans. We're going to keep on letting them talk. That's the NFC North rivals. We're going to let them talk. We're going to let them feel good about themselves. And the moment they get high, we start chopping them down. And then when they down, we kick them in the mouth. And then we spit on them. Because they just
okay.
But
that's overkill.
Hey, that's how I gotta be for how much smoke we've been getting for no reason. But
no reason other than just existing.
That's it, man. You hate, man. Okay. All right.
Hey, if you want
time is running out.
For real. If you want more from me and Unc, hit us up on Shy Bulls Podcast and NBA Central. Hey, y'all better subscribe there too. Hey, but you already know you can find Haize on all social media platforms at CEO Haize. And of course, bear down, baby. Let's go. What it is? Chicago up, bear down. I love when y'all call in to say that. That's lit.
All right.
Absolutely, that's become the saying now, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow the show at Shy Bear Central on every social media platform. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, chicagobearcentral@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail, 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. And like we like to end every video on, Chi-Town up, Bear down. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.